I wanna take you higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Some pretty cool stuff just came in. These are the light strips. These are the big ones. That's gonna be for, you know, the unit next door. This is a fun one. This is another LED light curtain. Despite what this packaging looks like, this is one of the programmable ones, so you can make pictures and stuff. Lastly, a vacuum sealed thing of rubber bands. Yes, we're doing the rubber band gun thing still. Been waiting on some of those. Morning roundup. Little pug boy, even littler pug boy. This is a new one. We got a preview in the last episode, but that is a new wall skull. Of course, we got our big D20. Might be done today. These, we have two of. They are, that one's stuck on there pretty good. These are the mustard strips, and this is half of the hot dog. Male guy. Oh yeah, you guys remember the red, white, and blue Chuck Norris wastebasket? It's been a while. Some of you might not remember. Anyway, we just sold another one. A Gratitude Gang member bought it, and then of course left a review, and now it's selling. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, it's coffee time, obviously. Take it. Take another little dunk of my heart now, baby. You'll know when you dunk it, 'cause it makes you feel good. You know what? I think I'm just gonna chill here for a while and drink coffee and think about things. I am right in front of a walking path. This is a place that I think I should go to more often when it's not raining. Somebody parked, started walking, then it started raining a little bit harder, and I saw them like rushing back. It's like, yeah, it was probably gonna rain, bro. We got another person. I think if the rain stops at some point today, I'm gonna do a bunch of cleaning out of the new place, because I'm just kind of ready to get things moving. Like, I really want to move the racks over and start arranging things. We got those LED lights in this morning. Be nice to get those set up. They've got a dog, so the doggy's probably taking a dump. There's a lot of things I've thought about how I would set up the shop differently over the years. I think one thing, I'm gonna arrange the desk, you know, where we do all the normal work. We're going to have that right by the window, so that I can get a lot more natural sunlight, you know? Psychologically, it's just good for you to be able to be kind of looking out a window all day long, seeing the world, you know? And I just like the idea of it. All right, I think I need to head back. Anytime I spend a long time not doing anything, my body just wants to sleep. It's like, please let me succumb to the unconscious. It's been fun. Gala Mise Garden. You know, when Peter Criss and Ace Frehley left Kiss, the resulting band should have been called Kish. Back at the shop, I don't know how to grab this thing with one hand. This is the ice cream. We're not gonna take pictures of it today, but this will be for tomorrow. And I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's a pretty big thing. All right, man, I'm sniffly today. Feeling like 20% under the weather. Let's make a cupcake agenda for the day. All right, we're keeping it a little bit simple today. We don't really have to list any new products and stuff. We're gonna clean out the room, obviously the new place. We're gonna do a real good bout of E-rank. We haven't had a really good E-rank session in a while. Then we're doing packaging and painting. All right, does look like the rain's dying down a little bit, but we'll wait till it dies down completely to start doing some of the clean out, which means we're gonna do E-rank now. Doing some E-rank. I do want to point out that a couple new items here, like they've got visibility scores of 98%, and many of the new items have pretty good visibility scores. The visibility scores aren't calculated instantly. It's literally a gauge of like how visible it actually is on Etsy. So that's a very good thing. All right, let's do Clint Eastwood here. Oh man, I got somebody messaging me. They ordered something in orange, they sent me a message saying, hey, this is supposed to be red. Why is it orange? They selected orange. Oh man, I know this person. I'm hoping they don't, okay? This person might leave a bad review saying it's the wrong color when they got the color they selected. That happens. That could actually happen. All right, we got some nice keywords here. And yes, we did Back to the Future because Marty McFly calls himself Clint Eastwood in that movie, Back to the Future 3. Well, we got Clint done. Only had 5 visits in the last 30 days, so there's real room for improvement. I think we're gonna optimize Sauron here. Really not a great score, 29%. Seems like there's some room for improvement there. So we got Sauron. Sauron. We're putting some of the better keywords in the title. Some good keywords here. We included some like Magic the Gathering type stuff because you know those people like Lord of the Rings. Not 100%, but there's a lot of crossover. Everything updated, we're hitting publish, baby, yay. 2 listings is pretty good for today. Let's start moving some of the junk out of the next room. Really want to get rolling on that. There we go. For the new space, think today's goal is going to be to get through that, and that. Title of this bin, Random Outdated Electronics. Random Outdated Electronic Ephemera. A fairly destroyed old MacBook does not have a screen. Okay, I almost have to say something about this. Take a look at all the connectors on this one cable. It's like an audio thing, and it has like connectors like this and like that. It's got this connector, and it terminates in some RCA connectors. This is all one thing though. Like, what did this go for? If you know what this did, I would be fascinated. Look at this. That's where like the hub of all the things is. This is like some kind of, just look at this one connector. Like, that's a big connector. I've never seen this before. One of those old Verifone things. Pretty dirty, might not even work. There are some random things I'm gonna keep out of this, like this here. This is a headphone extension cable. You might ask, when would you need something like this? Well, when you're recording an entire band, you need like a lot of these kind of extension cables, especially if you're trying to record multiple instruments at once, something like that. Even if you're recording drums, but you're playing the track into the drummer's head or whatever, they need to be able to listen to it. And so a big old extension cable like this can really come in handy. So we're saving some of the good stuff. He's got tons, I have tons of these power things, these power supplies. I was gonna test them out and sell them all, but like I said, it ain't even worth it. It's worth it just to clear these things out with the amount of money I'm gonna save by relocating the business to this side. Here's an interesting example. These are coax cables. I'm gonna take them off because it's actually pretty hard to come across coax cables. They don't get used for a whole lot anymore. These are on there pretty good, so let's just tighten it up. There we go. Anybody that's into retro gaming and stuff like that knows it's good to have a couple of coax cables sitting around. Found one of the old M3 stickers from my music days. I think this is going on the back of the TV. About to take this bin out. I think this one's gonna have to go in the dumpster with the stuff in it. Man, the cops are always getting people around here. Check this out. 15-year-old vermouth. We're just smelling it. Man, I wish I could portray somehow what this smells like. It smells like the worst wine you've ever smelled that's in the worst shape you've ever smelled. Oh yeah, here you go. This is a very old sticker at this point. This is vintage M3. This is from my tour in 2012, just to give it a little bit of perspective. Yeah, a lot of the stuff was basically what was in my apartment when I became homeless. I kind of put it all in a bunch of boxes, and I figured I wouldn't be living on the street very long. That ended up not being true. So I had a storage unit with some stuff like this. That's what this is kind of from. Let's rinse out some of these bins. Well, we're making big progress. It's like maybe one more day there. It's hard to do this. It's like 2 or 3 more days. And we got all the recycling stuff. I think we can honestly have this more or less cleared out in about a week. We're gonna get packaging stuff, but I actually think this room might be the new office. We could put both the desks in this corner. I'm gonna have to measure how it'll all fit together, but I think they're adjustable height desks, so we can kind of get it under that lip. But yeah, I do want to have like natural sunlight where I'm working most of the time. But if we were right here doing the packaging, this is where the window is, and of course it shines through. So being maybe right next to the window would be the best from the sunlight perspective. But it's also kind of cool having an office. I mean, this has a door and everything. You know, employees only, baby. I always wanted a corner office. But yeah, you also have to imagine having LEDs kind of lining the ceiling. We could have the M3's 3D logo somewhere. Maybe we could even finally print the big one, you know, mount it like right there. I'm not exactly sure how it's all gonna go. This is basically obviously just storage at this point. It's where like all the old bubble wrap and stuff is. But I think that might be the plan. Let me know in the comments what you think. Would this be a cool office area? Should I have it kind of in this outer place, or I don't know, tell me what you think. I do think like packaging stuff right here would be kind of cool. There's this, I think this used to be a restaurant or something. That's why they have these really heavy duty 220 or 240 power outlets here. I forget which is the big one. Yeah, I think it's 220. But I think this used to be a restaurant. And yeah, it's like I'm serving up, you know, 3D printed things. All right, we did our clean out. It's really hard to do this one-handed, I gotta say. Now it's time for packaging. We got a blue D20 bank. Big old bronze puggy boy, beautiful. Skull can. Guitar snake, this guy is going gold. Hiss. Einstein. Dwarf. We're gonna finish up the day with a little painting. Got our skull can. These guys are going gold. We got our Einstein, and we're gonna finish up these Davids. And after, got a real good looking skull can right there. The gold boys looking nice. Of course, we got good old Einstein and the Davids looking pretty sharp. Well, that's about enough for today. Ugh. Okay, I was about to sit down, but something just occurred to me, and I might as well just tell you guys about it. So this is the hot dog. We talked about it earlier. See from this side, obviously, it is a hot dog. This is just rough, but that's kind of how it fits on there. This is gonna be painted yellow. Self-explanatory. As you can see, the idea is for it to be very long. This is just half of it, clearly. But the thing I just realized, this can be mounted on the wall. And here's why. I designed it with 3 big bolt holes for the 2 sides to be fashioned together. So you can do that, but these can also be unbolted, and you can put that like sticking out of a wall, which I think is something restaurants might be kind of interested in. So once this thing's painted up, both sides are made and everything's put together, I'm gonna take pictures with the whole hot dog, but I'm also gonna take pictures of it mounted on the wall, like sticking out. Yeah, so there's that. So that's cool. Anytime you can think of another way to market something that doesn't cost any money, you might as well do it. I guess I'm thankful for that. I think what I'm really grateful for today, though, I've just been walking around the other side and imagining where everything's gonna go, because we've got more of the stuff cleared out. It's sort of easier to imagine, and it's gonna be really cool. You know, I've very much thought about like where the lights are gonna go, how we're gonna do like LED lights and things like that. And I want to make it like twice as cool as this. You know, I like this area and stuff. I'm very happy with it. It's fun to work here. But I think we can take it to the next level. Yeah. Anytime you've got a goal to work towards, it's a good thing. It's a good feeling. Let's talk some Discord. Ambassador Narrowack, sorry, tells a story about something that he captured on a dash cam that there is just no way to summarize. It's very long. Join the Discord if you want to read it. And Dingo asks, can you dive into the automation print-on-demand stuff you did? So, something I tried to do a couple of years ago when the AI image generators thing really started getting going. One of the things I have some expertise in is macro programming, like keyboard and mouse macro programming. So you can program a computer to do a lot of things that are pretty similar to what a human can do with a computer. So think about what you might do on a website that doesn't take a lot of abstract thought, like maybe clicking on things or looking for certain colors, finding a button, writing things, typing things. All of that stuff can be programmed. I don't know for sure, but this is probably how a lot of the bots on Twitter or different sites work. And now that you have AI and text generation and stuff, you could basically just create a person online that just writes things online all the time. So that's something I have the skill set to do. And I don't really have any particular use for this at this point in my life, but I kind of discovered that people have print-on-demand businesses with t-shirts and mugs and stuff like that. And so what you do is you create images and then you upload them to these sites, and people maybe buy a t-shirt that has that image on it and you get a few bucks from it. So obviously the connection I was making is like, well, I can fully automate that business. I mean, I can make it so that essentially I'm almost doing nothing. So basically I did do that. I set up a system where the only thing I had to do is give the system an idea for something. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine you wanted to make bulldog t-shirts, and it was like bulldogs wearing sunglasses. So what I would do is I would write bulldogs wearing sunglasses. What the system would do is generate a bunch of images of bulldogs wearing sunglasses with AI, and then upload that to 6 different websites, and people would be able to buy those designs. And it actually can have even less input. What I did was I would come up with like a dozen ideas, and then each time it was done with the first one, it would just go to the second one, and then go to the third one. So like I could set it up and then it would run for 12 days or something, and then I would just give it more ideas and it would run for however long. I mean, you could do it for 100 days in a row if you wanted. So all it needed was an idea, and then it would do everything else. Now, setting up this system was very hard. What you have to do is you have to train it to make all the decisions that you would make if you were uploading a design. But I think it was like 4 websites by the end, because there was a couple of them that were kind of wonky, like they didn't load right all the time. And you have to have a reliable web page because it can't think. You know, it can just follow instructions. Anyway, I won't go on and on, but Sandingo, basically what you're describing is possible. I guess I have to say why I stopped doing it. The reason I stopped doing it is after a few thousand designs, I'd only had 2 sales, and you have to change the system every single time any of the websites change their interface, and they do that every so often. So it's like it was taking up 2 of my computers to do this. And I just didn't feel like messing with it anymore. Like the printing business was doing good, and it was just like, why am I even messing with this? I've often thought that if I lost this business, I would just do that, but do it on steroids. I would have like 12 computers uploading designs all the time, and it would probably work. I didn't do any keyword research with that either, so if I was doing keyword research, there's a good chance it would be more profitable. Let's read a few from YouTube. Internet user 87 says, why are you getting out of recycling? Well, you guys are gonna see as we move stuff to the next unit. I don't think I'm gonna have room. That's basically it. It's a non-essential thing that I don't think I have room for. Cheese said, I'm grateful for knowing what I need to print on my printers for the next 2 days. I think he's talking about my models. Somebody got the $5 meal deal. I think this is a new commenter. Anders Pack says, how much for shipping to Sweden? It's an effing gift, not interested in supporting our government. I don't even know what that means, but boy do I support that. I don't exactly know Swedish. I mean, I don't know Swedish, but I know German, basically, sort of. And ander is the word for other. Also, to change something is ändern or something like that. So in German, you don't change something, you other it. You make it other. You make it something other than what it is. So I think the reason the name Anderson is so popular is because it literally means like other son. Anyway, it's gratitude time. You know what's up. Tell me what you're grateful for. Tell me what you're drinking. Tell me if your dog peed on a bush today. It's information. We're here to celebrate each other's successes and lift each other up and edify and encourage. All those good things. That's what the Gratitude Gang is all about. And you can join the Discord if you want. Just message me on Facebook. Facebook link is in the main YouTube page. It is a privilege serving you guys with these videos. Serving you this schlock. We're going on a fun journey, redesigning the shop, you know, basically from the ground up. You guys are coming along for the ride, so stay tuned. You're gonna see the process, but I will catch you on the next episode. Peace out. Also, I always mean to say this and I forget. The full playlist is in the description. At this point, I think it's 181, 182 episodes, something like that. There are a lot of people who watch the whole thing. And it actually is kind of fun because you'll see like a lot of these failed experiments that I had. There was a whole arc where we tried out, actually I'm not gonna ruin it. There's a bunch of experiments that didn't work out, and there are some that really did work out. So if you really want to get the full story, and it's kind of worth it, check out the full playlist. Start from episode 1. It's been quite a journey. Some of the Gratitude Gang kind of has been there from almost day 1. But if you want the full lore, it's in the description. Definitely check it out.